So today we are going to quickly talk about, it's Foodie Tuesday. So we're going to talk about eating out, and there's a couple of things that I want to just quickly go over, and that is, number one is the 80-20 rule, which some of you have heard me talk about before, some of you may not. And we're going to talk about healthy eating versus counting calories. So first of all, when you eat out, I think what I'll do is I'll send you another video, a link to a video where I've talked about eating out before, so as not to go over old ground for old people. I've done some people that have been doing this for a while. I've done a video before where we've talked about all the different places you could eat out, from Chinese, Indian, pizza, burger, bars, all that kind of thing, and given you some guidelines on the best things to choose. But today I want you to think about the balance, because you want to be able to eat out and eat in and cook real food and be able to make mindful choices for the rest of your life, basically. And the 80-20 rule is something that I really work with and hope that you can too, and understand that that's the way forward to help you make that balance. Because basically, if you're eating 80% to 90% of the time food that you've cooked or that's picked from a tree, dug from the ground, grazed on grass, and not come out of a factory, then you can spend 20% of your overall diet eating other stuff that isn't as potentially as healthy, or whatever it may be. Now, that doesn't mean to say calories don't count. They do. The overall calorie limit that you have, your 80-20, is still really important, so don't forget that. You can't just eat blasé. You need to know how much energy your body needs and then eat for that, or eat less than that, or whatever your goal may be. Eat more if it's a weight gain goal, which some people have. But if you look at this quickly, you can see, I've tried to draw it out for you to see that if this were the calorie level that we're trying to get to. So for example, on our program we try and stick to 1500 calories, and on Monday we did our 80-20, on Tuesday we did 95 and 5%, so 95% of our whole foods, fruit and veg, whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and then you've got your 20% here, or your 5% here, that's a bit more fun food. Then on Wednesday you do 70-30, Thursday you do 90-10, Friday you have a bit of a bad day, you do 40% whole foods, and then the rest comes from your fun foods. Then 95-5 again Saturday, and 90-10 on Sunday. Then if you average that out across the week, so this dotted line here is our 80%, if you average that out across the week, then your average works out to 80-20. Ta-da! Surprisingly, not that I planned it, but that's just to give you an idea. So you can see that maybe on Friday night we went out and we had less of the goodness and more of the fun stuff, but it didn't matter, because actually over the course of 7 days we got to 80-20. All right, now you can't be doing this one all the time, because if you do, the likelihood is you won't be particularly healthy, you won't thrive, you won't have loads of energy, and you won't be getting all the vital and nutrients that your body needs. So when you're thinking about going to eat out, remember that you know, you don't have to be, and nobody wants to be on a diet, but your particular meal plan, eating plan, nobody really, you can tell other people about it, but you can just have whatever you want to have. Make wise choices, but don't feel restricted in any way. You can go out and you can still enjoy yourself, because the rest of the week you've planned it and you know that you're eating well. The other thing to think about here is this, my nice little chart here. Should we count calories, or should we just eat healthy foods? It's a massive thing at the moment, because everybody on social media is talking about how great avocados are and coconut oil is, and nuts and all those sorts of things, which is true, they are, apart from the coconut oil. But what you need to remember is that, as I keep saying to you, that calories do count. So what I'm trying to say to you here is, if you just did healthy eating, if you just ate really great foods all the time, everybody tells you are really good, you don't worry too much about how many calories you have, you just try and eat the wholesome stuff that's picked off the tree, dug out the ground, grows from there, then you will, this is where you start, and over time you'll feel okay, but I guarantee you that your weight loss will probably not progress very quickly. If you just count calories down here, then your weight loss will be okay. So over time your weight will be decreasing, because that's basically how it works. If you take in less than you than you burn, you will lose weight, but you'll probably feel a bit drained, a bit tired, a bit hungry, because theoretically down here, as long as you're having 1,500 calories, it can be whatever you like. You can have 3 Mars bars if you want, but it's not going to make you feel healthy. It's not going to give you loads of energy. It's not going to make your skin glow and your hair shine and your nails strong, because you're not getting all the vitamins and minerals. But in theory, if you had 1,500 calories on that kind of rubbish, then you would actually lose weight. When you come to this middle line, this is where we want to be. So you want to feel great, and you want to lose weight, and you want to have loads of energy, and you want to enjoy what you're doing, you want to have fun, you want to feel like you can keep going on this program for as long can be. Therefore, you need a bit of both. So we want our healthy eating. So this is where it comes back to our 80-20. 80% of the time, we're eating all the good stuff, all the healthy stuff, and 20% of the time, we are having some fun stuff. But overall, we're watching portion size, we're watching how much energy, calories we're putting into our body, and as a result, because we're doing both, we get that feeling of vitality. We don't get the feeling of too much restriction, and we understand that we can have whatever we want to have, as long as we look at the portion size that's right for us as an individual, and allow ourselves a few fun things every now and then to make it so that we're not 100% restricted. And that is pretty much it. So not so much about eating out, but kind of to give you an idea that if you go to a restaurant, look at the portion size, choose whatever you like within reason, be mindful of it. But if you make sure the rest of the time, you're not going to eat out every night, hopefully, but if the rest of the time you're eating well, then it won't really matter for that little small piece of time that you are one meal out of all the meals you have in a week, you're eating out. Anyway, hope that helps. I'll copy in the link to the other video as well, and I'll see you tomorrow.